Hey guys. Okay, I'm gonna do my homemade soap review real quick because Prue is asleep. First of all, I made it in the crock pot. I wanted to film the tutorial, but it was too difficult to man the camera and do the soap at the same time. So the next time that I do it, I will film then. Okay, firstly, the recipe I got from, I'll put it right here. Yeah, right there. When I edit this. Okay, so the recipe is found at this website. It was a recipe for cold process soap, but I made it hot process because I don't want to wait. I am impatient, so hot process is perfect for me, and I don't care what the soap looks like. I'm not pouring it into like fancy molds or anything, so it was fine. I used the recipe for Castile soap number 2, but I replaced the water with coffee, very strongly brewed coffee, and I added a tablespoon of nutmeg at trace. Look it up if you don't know. I'm not going to explain the whole thing here. And how I use it. I am not a bar soap kind of person. The reason why it's taken me so long to try making my own soap is because, first of all, it's hard to find lye. I ordered it off the internet. Amazon. And secondly, I don't really like bar soap. It makes me feel like it's not clean. It leaves my sink a disaster. It just harbors germs. At least that's how I feel. I feel like it harbors germs. So instead of using it, though my husband likes bar soap, this is what the final product looked like. I just used a big square mold made from a 1x16 that I just cut into 5 pieces, a square, and then 4 rectangles. Taped them together after I wrapped the whole thing in wax paper so that the soap wouldn't stick to it. And then when it was done, I just scooped it out of the crock pot, splotted it in there, tapped it down nice and firm, and then I cut it with a piece of wire to be little rectangles like this, and then let them dry further so that they weren't tacky to the touch the next day. So, and this is how I store them in bars with waxed paper in between so that they don't stick together, but it's in one of those plastic stackable drawer type deals so that it got some airflow but not totally open to the air. I don't want them to get bad, being all wrapped up, get moldy or something weird like that. This doesn't have any like food additives like fruit or any green leaves or anything like that, so I don't imagine that it's going to get moldy, but just in case, that's how I store it. So because I don't like bar soap, instead of using it as a bar, I chunk it into pieces and I put it in this I have a few of these California Baby pump. I put some of those little glass decorative beady type things at the bottom, about 3/4 of an inch worth, so that when I put the chunks in here, it doesn't clog the tube of the squirty deal. The reason why I use these is because they have this awesome feature where you can pump and twist and it locks it in place. So if you're going somewhere, you can take it with you and it doesn't all over your stuff. Awesome! So, what I do is, this is about 3 bars of soap worth. I chunk it into little tiny pieces. I don't grate it. I'm too lazy for that, and it would be difficult to get it in the top of this. So I make chunks that are small enough to fit down the tube. I'm sorry, my nails are just terrible. I didn't have, yes, terrible. awful and terrible. I didn't have time to do them before the video because I have to do this while Prue is asleep. And if she only sleeps for half an hour. So, anyways, chunk it up, fill the whole the whole bottle up to the top, and then fill the rest of it with as hot of water as comes out of my sink. Then I stick the thing in there, jiggle it a little bit, put it by the sink. You pump it out, you use it exactly like you would have used California Baby. Total ingredients were olive oil, coconut oil, coffee, and nutmeg. That is it. I use it exactly like I used California Baby on my big child, aka Eli. He's 2.5. I just squirted it on him, and it's super fatted, so because his hair is short, I haven't noticed anything. We've only been using it for about a week. So, anyways, it's shiny. I will post a picture in here right about now. And I haven't noticed him like crying or scrubbing in his eyes or anything, but I seriously doubt that this is tear-free. So don't use it on your littler babies. I use it from the pump for everything that I would have used California Baby for. Shaving, everything that I shave, and then, soaping all over myself. And it leaves you literally squeaky clean. Even though it's super fatted, it's not quite enough moisture to not have to use lotion. So we still use coconut oil for, everything. And I'm expecting my lotion ingredients. I'm going to make hard lotion, which I will also post a tutorial for and a review on. Oh, I'm really excited because my husband's hands, he does labor type work where he gets dirty and his hands get really dry and crusty and cracky. So I'm really excited to do a review on that and let you know if it's really awesome, because I think it is going to be awesome. So yeah, homemade soap in the crock pot. It took, let's see, about 5 hours, I want to say, total. It took 4 hours to stir by hand with a wooden spoon to get to trace. I did 3 hours with a wooden spoon, and then I lost my verve and started using the whisk that I wasn't sure was a reactive metal or not, because I was just like, I don't care, I'm gonna do it, and if it gets metal in my soap, then I won't use it. I'll throw it out. But it didn't get any metal in there. At least it didn't change any color. So once it reached trace, I added the nutmeg, stirred it, put the lid on the crock pot, and then I had to cook it for 10 minutes and then flip it, or maybe it was 15 minutes. Flip it because one side gets really hot and one side doesn't, because my husband tried to fix our crock pot instead of getting a new one. So yeah, but it still works, and it cooked the soap. So cheers. It's pretty easy. I was terrified of lye. I mixed the lye into the water outside on the porch because I was afraid to have the fumes in the house with the kids. But once I did that part, the rest of it, easy peasy rice and cheesy. I seriously just dumped it all in the crock pot, brought it up to temperature. Because it's hot process, you don't have to worry about cooling the oils and the lye to 110 degrees. So seriously, you just put it in, put all the oils in the crock pot, turn it on low. Then when the lye is completely dissolved, dump it in there. You stir it all up until it reaches trace. You can use a hand blender to reach trace a lot faster, and then it would only take about 45 minutes instead of 5 hours. So, and then you pour it in the mold, cure overnight, cut the next day, and then I let them cure for another 2 weeks, just so they're dry to the touch, not because the lye was gonna burn you or anything. So yeah, this is a 10-minute review. Sorry about that. Talking about soap, it's good. I like it. That's all. Okay? Thanks, guys. It's go.